So our starting node of this workflow is email trigger. So in this video I am using internet message access protocol, so which is commonly every email has this protocol, so that this trigger will continuously watching our email inbox. Whenever a email is triggered, so it automatically recognized and passed that email to the text classifier. Say example, so if you are having a sales email, so if you sync that with the email trigger, every sales email will come to this email trigger. So next is text classifier. So we might know that each and every email does not have a requirement document. So you can get spam emails or newsletter emails or any other emails from your inbox. So to classify that, this classifier helps us. This classifier classify the requirement email and send it to the requirement part. So other emails will go to do nothing part. This won't do anything, just ignore that email. So when you get the requirement email, we are dividing into two parts. One is email content and another one is filter. So email content basically have the common details of the email, which is subject of the email, content of the email, from and to addresses, and the message ID. So coming to the filter part, so the email, you doesn't know whether the client is attached the email or not. So filter that, we are using the filter component to filter that email has attachment or not. So once the email is has attachment, we are uploading that that document into the Google Drive, so that we have some backup of the requirement document. Once we uploaded, we downloaded again the file from the Google Drive, so that we can able to read the binary content of the file, and then we can able to pass the text as well, so that I am downloading the file. So now we are going to merge both the things together and passing into the vector store. So now coming to vector store, so the vector store stores all the document information into embeddings to our vector database. So the actual thing happen in the vector store is we are passing the entire raw content to the vector store that will split the text using text splitter. Say example, if your document has 5000 words, we are telling the text splitter to convert the 5000 words into 1000 words as a chunk. This text splitter will chunk those text and pass it to the AI embeddings, so that the text embeddings will store against the vector database. So the actual use case of this vector store is we are storing all the documents to our vector database. Once we have other tools integration like Telegram or WhatsApp or any other chat system, it directly interact with our vector store and pull all those relevant information using AI, and then you can see. Say example, if you estimate 20 project in a week, it is hard to read entire 20 project and give the estimation to your client. So that if you build any chat system using this vector store, when you ask to that particular chat system, it will automatically read that entire 20 information and give us as a proper message to you, so that you can easily identify whether the estimation is given rightly or wrong. So that part we cover later. After this vector store, we get n number of items. Because of text splitter split all those content into chunk and then create as embeddings, so that we got the n number of items. We need to aggregate all this n number of items into one item, so that we are using this aggregator function. That's the functionality of the aggregation. Once everything is aggregated, we are moving the content to our AI project manager. So AI project manager will receive all the raw content of the project information. Then it start processing the research work using AI models. So once the AI models generated the estimated contents, our structured output will structure the output. Say example, we are using send the estimation email and uploading the estimation document into Drive. For that, we need subject, raw text, and HTML content to share the email. So for that, we structure the output in this way. So once structured output structures its output, the send email part will send the email using subject text and then the HTML content of the email using SMTP protocol. It's a common protocol to send the emails. After that, we are going to convert the content into a file and uploading into the Drive. So this is the entire flow we are going to automate in this video right now. So stay tuned. Before we start doing the N8n workflow, here is the technical document and setup guidance for the N8n workflow. I have included this URL in our YouTube description. You please visit this URL and then use this document for this video. So the first we are going to use Docker Desktop for running the N8n application. For that you need Docker Desktop installed. So visit this URL. So you can go to the Docker Desktop home screen. So here you can able to see a download option. So which you can download a various kind of execution file for Windows, Mac and Linux OS. Please select your matching execution file to run the desktop application. Once you install Docker Desktop successfully, you can able to see this screen. So here you can see engine is running. So this means the Docker Desktop installed successfully and then the Docker is running on your machine successfully. After that, we are going to check whether the Docker is installed properly or not. Docker -- version. This command will emit the current version of the Docker Desktop. After that, in this document, you can able to see first step to run the N8n application is creating the volume. So this is the command to create a volume. I am copying this and moving to the command screen and then I am pasting this command. So you can see that the name is written back. To verify whether the volume is created successfully or not, the command is docker volume ls. So in this command you can see the N8n underscore data here. So this is how we can able to see that whether the N8n data is created successfully or not. So we have did this command and we are going to run the application right now. So this is the run command for to run the application in our local environment. So I have clearly explained what the each and every part of the thing is running in this document itself. If you have a time, please look on to it. Right now I am just copying and pasting the command here. Okay. So our command is run successfully. Now you can see the application is running on the localhost 5678. I am copying this URL and I am pasting it here. See, our N8n application is running on our localhost successfully. Once you log into the N8n application, so this is how your application looks like. So here I have created many workflows, but in your environment it won't be there. It's empty. So right now we are going to create a new workflow by clicking this button. Okay. So now we want to add our first trigger node. So before we add trigger node, we just rename the workflow to the project workflow. So now I am adding the first trigger node. So we are going to use email trigger IMAP. So to enable this service, so first thing is we need credentials to connect with our IMAP email servers. For that, you just click create new credentials. It will go to the configuration page. So here you can able to customize this account name. So IAM account dev I am using. So you have to give your email username and password here. I am giving my email ID and password. Okay. So the IMAP host would be, so go to my documentation. So here I have clearly mentioned what are the things you require to set up the IMAP service. So I am using GoDaddy, so that I am mentioning this service as a host name. I am copying this and pasting this to the host name. I am clicking save button. See, the credential successfully created. In your case, if you have any failures or any error shown in this place, means if you made any mistake in these 3 items only, please verify by yourself, and then the configuration will be tested successfully. So next is mailbox name. So we are going to receive our mail in our inbox. So after we connected with our credentials, the second thing is mailbox name. So our mailbox is inbox, we have mentioned here. Just keep as it is. And the action is default is mark as read. So whenever your email trigger reads the mail, it turns the email to mark as read. So in our case, we are not going to do that, so that we are keeping as a nothing. So once it is done, so you can see here download attachments. We are going to read the attachments as well, so that enable the download attachments. So the prefix name of the attachment is attachment underscore. So that's it. Keep as it is and execute the step. Now this email trigger is looking for any mail has received or not. So once the email is received, you can see the output results here. So see, we have received one email. Here is the schema for that email. So we have received a text, HTML, plain text, and the attachments also included. You can see the attachments in the binary portion. So we received our email successfully. So our next step is to add a classification. So for that, I am clicking this plus icon and looking for text classifier. So I am clicking that. So here we want to classify our email, whether our email is a requirement email or some other scam emails or newsletters or some other promotion emails. We are going to the schema part of our input. So you can see that this email trigger is linked with the text classifier, so that the email trigger's output will be the input of the text classifier. So when you go to the schema, you can able to see what all are the input parameters you are receiving to this particular text classifier section. So for that, the first field of the text classifier is text to classify. We have to give what plain text to here. So I am just clicking this and dragging them into this text box. Now you can see the entire text of that email is come inside this workflow in this text classifier. So now I am going to add another thing called add category. This section helps us to categorize our email. So say example, we are looking for requirement email. I am giving as a category name as a requirement. So and below this description part, we have to give a prompt to classify that email. So for that, go to our blog and look for the text classifier. So here it is. Here I have mentioned the category is requirement and the prompt is this. Just copy this prompt and paste it in this description. So this is very helpful to categorize your requirement email. And I am adding another category called others. So for others, you have prompt here. Just copy this and paste this here. And that's it. We have did a setup for text classifier. And one more thing, this classifier requires AI models to read an email and then classify the message. For that, we have to add our model here. By clicking this, you can see the list of models. In this video, we are going to use Gemini chat model only. So for that, I am clicking this. It's added here. The main thing is you need to add a Google Gemini API key, so that only you could able to connect with the Google environment and then your prompt will be executed correctly. For that, click the drop down. You can able to see create new credentials. Here you can see just API key only required. For that, go to again to our documentation. Scroll little up and go to this URL. Just clicking this, go to this URL, and if you not set up anything, you can able to see this window like this. Get a API key. I'm just hitting this and confirm all the agreements. I accept and create API key. Now I can able to copy my API key and I am pasting it here. So here I am mentioning Gemini account to it's I am keeping as it is. Save. See credentials created successfully. So I am using my account to credentials. Now I can able to run my text classifier successfully. I'm just hitting this play button to execute the text classifier alone. So it start classifying the text. So to visually see, I am clicking this again. Sorry, I am opening this. So if you drag up, you can see the entire execution log here. So I am clicking here. Let's see, the entire message is getting inside the Google Gemini, and the end result is requirement is true, others is false. So here you can see the green line came to the requirement part, and in this output also you can able to see requirement is true, others is false. So in here we are going to do two things. One is for others and another one is for requirement. So first I am doing others. By clicking this others, I am going to add no operation do nothing. No operation do nothing. So it just simply do nothing if we received any other emails. So if you want to do any other kind of stuff with your email, you can add some more items as well. By right now I am not doing anything, I'm just ignoring that email, other emails. So once the requirement is getting, I'm adding another called edit fields. So in this edit field, I am going to extract some information from the email. So I am going to add a field called subject. So the value of the subject is, I am going to schema and I am going to search for subject. So here is the subject. I am dragging that subject into here. So I got the subject. Now I am going to add another field called content. Just dragging the plain text from the input. After that, message ID. So message ID comes inside the metadata. So go to the metadata and find for message ID. Just drag and drop here. And adding 2 as well. Okay. So we have extracted few items from the email and I am storing that in edit fields. So this edit field holds the data of that information. So and we are going to do another thing called filter. So why I am adding filter in here means, so we really don't know whether our email has attachments or not. To verify that, we are having this filter. So by using this filter, going to add some condition to this filter to verify that we are received attachments or not. So for that I am clicking the expression. So by clicking double curly braces, you can able to code here. So I am just selecting the text classifier in the early nodes dot item dot binary. So this is an array exist. Sorry, not object exist. So this is valid, and the another condition is click the expression, add double curly braces and go to the email trigger map dot item dot json dot metadata dot message id is equal to expression json dot metadata dot message id. This json is came from this text classifier. So why we are comparing like this means, so in your email trigger you can able to receive one or more emails as well. Say example, if you got 3 requirements, at the time your email will read it and then move it to the classifier. So to classify each and every email uniquely, so we are using this condition to find the specific output of the attachment. So now I am going to execute this both the thing executed. So here in this edit field you can able to see subject, content, message id and from and to address. So in here I'm running this. So here you can see you have received one attachment. So that's it. So next I am going to add another component called Google Drive. So why I am adding this Google Drive is we are making a copy of this particular attachment so that we can know that our system has did some progress on that particular document, so that we are uploading the document to our drive. So I am adding this component. So before you add this component, you need the credentials to activate this account. For that, you go and click this create new credentials. So here what is the recommended way. Let's see how to create this credentials to activate this Google Drive account. Now go to our technical document and visit this Google client ID and the client secret generation. Here I have mentioned each and every steps clearly to generate the Google client ID and secret key. So now we just go to the Google Cloud Console by clicking this link. So it will open like this. So you also get this screen like this. If you are new to this console, you can get some other screen, but the setup is similarly looks like this. And if you doesn't have any projects, just create new project. Enter your project name. I am just creating N8n Notebooks. So it is my company name, just now I have mentioned. So I am not selecting any of the organization. If you have any, browse and select this. I am just clicking this create button. So it is getting created. So you can see the progress here. So once it is created, please select that project. So your project has been selected and go to the search. Search for the API and services. Select the first one. So once your page has loaded successfully, go for enable API and service. Here you can see list of services which is provided by the Google. I am just searching for Google Drive API. So this is the correct application. Just click and enable it. So that's it. Your Google Drive API is enabled to your project right now. It is enabled. So after that, go to the credentials part. So if you don't have any OAuth client IDs, you have to configure constant screen. For that, just click this button. You will redirect to this page and get started. So you have to create an app name N8n Workflow. Support email, just choose your email and click next. So I am choosing audience as external. Next. Contact information, your email address. Okay, and I am clicking next. Finish section, I am agreeing to everything and continuing and just click create. It takes few seconds. Yeah, we created successfully. Now I am going to create our OAuth client. Just choosing this, and I am choosing the application as web application. Application type as web application. The name of the web client is, I am going to this and I am copying this name, N8n Workflow Client. Here you have to give authorization redirect URL. So add this URL here. So go to our N8n workflow. Here you can see the OAuth redirect URL. Just click to copy it and then paste them here. So that's it. You have added successfully. If you have any N8n workflow hosted in your web server, means your URL will be changed. It does not mention as a localhost endpoint. It will point to your custom domain endpoint. So please verify that alone and then use it in here. I am clicking create. So I got this client ID and then client secret. Just I am copying. Now I am downloading as a JSON. Just I am for the backup purpose. I am copying this client ID and I am pasting it here. And then I am copying this secret key and pasting it here. Sign in with Google. After you successfully verified, choose that credentials here, and I am going to choose the resource as a file default, operation upload, and the input of field name is attachment 0, so that I am mentioning as a attachment. _0, and that's it. So this is from list. I'm just a parent folder name. I'm selecting which folder I want to upload this document. For that I am using requirement. So this requirement folder is already created in my drive, so that I can able to push this document to the requirement folder and executing this. See, I have moved my document to this drive successfully. So after moving your document to the drive, I am just downloading it again. So I am choosing drive, download file. So to download the file, I am selecting the Google Credentials file download from the list, choosing by ID. I am just dragging down and moving that ID here and execute that now. Now you can see the entire binary information came here. So that's it. We have configured our Google Drive and we uploaded and downloaded the file successfully. Then we are going to merge this edit fields and then the document together. So for that I am going to use a component called merge. So this component helps us to merge both the items, mapping this edit fields to input 1 and then the download file to input 2. And that's it. We upon the two items together. I am executing this. So in this input you can able to see the binary information and also the content of the email. So the both item merge here. Next step is we are going to add our MongoDB vector database. MongoDB Atlas vector store. So we are going to add a document to the vector store. Just clicking this, and for this we have to set up the credentials, configure the MongoDB to this particular component. So for here I am not going to explain how to create the MongoDB database using Atlas. So it is very simple. Just use your login ID and credentials, go to the account, it automatically create one database server, and just copy the configuration and come here to the credentials and copy the values here properly, the database URL and then the username and then the password. So that's it. You can able to go with the MongoDB account. If you face any issues, please comments down below. I can able to support you. So I am choosing the operation mode as an insert document from the list. I'm selecting the requirement. So here the embedding section, I am choosing the text as embedding and meta field as a text. The vector name is attachment. So that the vector index name is attachment, because we are going to convert the attachment content into the embedding. So that I am keeping vector index name as attachment. So before that I am clicking the document. So here I am choosing default data loader, selecting this, keeping everything as it, not everything as it. I am changing this data type of data to binary, not simple. I am doing custom text splitting by adding the text splitter. So this is configuration done correctly, and then I am just adding the text splitter. So here the recursive character text splitter. So I am chunking them into 1000 characters, and then I am moving it into one by one. So just click somewhere. For this embedding, we have to map the embedding model. For that, I am going to use embedding Google Gemini. Just click that Gemini embedding model and select the model as a model text embedding 004. So once you selected this, you can able to run this MongoDB vector store. I am just running this. This is the text output. So 6 response you can see, because we have separated our content into small chunks, so that our document has splitted into 6 different chunks. Embedding also we have got in a 6 type of array. So after we pushing this embeddings to our MongoDB database, we are just adding another component called aggregator. So in here you can able to see we are getting 6 items from this MongoDB Atlas, and this is not convenient to do our other process, so that getting all the 6 items into one item. For that I'm just changing the configuration, all the item into single list or individual fields only. I'm just pointing this page content to this input field name and executing this. So now you can see all the 6 items turned into one page content in an array of string, so that we can able to use this to our AI agent. So now we are going to add agent. So I am choosing AI agent. This AI agent will going to read all this requirement content, and using the AI model, we are going to structure the content. So I am just dragging and drop default below. So here I am choosing the expression. So before that I am going to the documentation and copying this user prompt, and I am pasting this here. So now you can see we are telling that user prompt analyze the requirement and generate the estimation document, and we are passing all the information about the requirement document here. Here you can see the result. So all the requirement of the document is came here. So this is our requirement user prompt, and we are going to add our system prompt by adding the option system message and going to the blog again, and I am copying this entire system prompt. So now I am pasting, selecting the expression, and I am expanding it, and I am replacing the entire system prompt. So this will generate the estimation according to this prompt. So once everything is configured in the AI agent, and another thing is we have to map our AI model. So that I am clicking this and choosing the Google Gemini chat model. So I am selecting Gemini 2.5 Flash Gemini model. Just keep as it is. And one more thing is we are going to add a tool called structure. So I am enabling this require specific output format. So here you can able to see one more item is added here. So I am just clicking this and structure the output. So why I am choosing this means we are going to extract few information from our model. So say example, if we are constructing the estimation, we need a subject and then the content and then the HTML content to send the estimation back to the respective customer. So that I am choosing this, and I am defining using schema. Go to the blog and copy the entire JSON schema for the structured output. So I am just pasting it here. Here you can see subject, content and the HTML content. Just click somewhere and run the agent. It will take few minutes to generate the content because it is a huge content. It takes some time. Just wait for it. So our AI model executed successfully. So if you are facing any issue on your structured output or Google Gemini, please run the flow from the beginning by clicking the executing the workflow, so that the entire workflow will be restarted again, then the error will be gone out. So if you try this play button again and again, you will see that similar result. So please re-execute the entire flow if you face any issues. So after that, once we generated our content successfully, here you can see the output of it. We have get the subject of the estimation project, where it is AI powered fake review detection system project estimation, and then the content of it. So below you can see the HTML content as well. So I'm going to JSON. See, this is HTML content. So now what I am going to do is I am going to add another component for send email. So this is totally optional. You can stop the flow from this AI agent itself, or else for my convenient, I am just sending back the estimation to the client for the demo purpose, not the production ready. Idea is that because you have to validate your estimation and then only you have to send back to your client. So for this tutorial, I am just sending this content directly to the end customer. So I am just using the HTML content and dragging this into the HTML part, and for the subject I am just dragging the subject from the input and I'm just pointing this here. From email is my email, Selvakumar at notebooks.com. So the two email would be, so from the aggregator we can, sorry, not from aggregator, from the merge. Here is the two email. Sorry, here is the from email. The from email come here. Okay, we are getting an issue. So I am opening the expression just, and then I am selecting the email trigger dot item dot json dot from address. Okay, that's it. We got our from address dynamically. So now what I am going to do is I am going to execute this step. So before executing step, I forgot to tell you have to give your SMTP credentials. For that, the same we have created for IMAP, the same credential we are going to use here, your username and password, and then your host name would be the, instead of IMAP. So here you can go and see. In this configuration, we have used IMAP. Instead of IMAP, we are going to use smtp dot secureserver.net. This is the configuration to send the email via SMTP. I'm just ignoring this. You please, if you not configured that, please configure here so that the email will send successfully. I'm just executing this step right now. And this node executed successfully. We got the success response from the output screen. Now we can go and see the email right now. See here, we have received the entire project estimation as an email. Just how clearly it has explained the project estimation. You can see executive summary, clarification questions, and detailed project estimation based on the story points, and then the confidentiality, high, medium and low. So many more things it has added here. So it summarizes everything and also estimated based on the pricing as well. And one more thing, before you send the email, just go to the add option and append the N8n attribution. Please select that. It is enabled. Just disable this. So if you go to your email, you can able to see in below, this email sent automatically with N8n. So this message won't be appear by disabling this. So and click outside and save this model. So we have sent our email successfully, and next thing is we are going to upload this content to our drive as well. So for that I am just adding another component called convert to file. I am going to upload this file as a text file. I am just selecting the text file and mapping AA agent to the convert file, and data is a content and output file is data. Just keep as it is, and the file name would be subject. That's it. I am executing this. Sorry, I am changing the file name, copying this and pasting this here. Instead of data, the expression, clicking the expression, sorry, executing again. Instead of data, we have changed the file name to the subject of the text. So now what we are going to do is we are going to add our drive. So drive upload file. I am keeping everything as it is, and I am choosing the folder called estimation. I have created this estimation folder already. So if you haven't created it, please create here. So instead of data, please mark the subject and execute the step. Alright, we have uploaded our entire text document to our drive as well. So this is the complete workflow which we have built for this video. So let's see the demo of this entire workflow, how it's working in real time. Just wait a second. Before we execute the workflow, we have to send some sample email to the source email address. So for that I have created a GitHub project. So if you visit this GitHub account, so you can able to see a folder called project estimation. Inside this project estimation, I have created two different emails to produce estimation. So for now I am creating this tire aggregator mail. So I am just copying this entire mail from this text file, and I am pasting this to my compose mail. So and also I am copying the subject, just pasting to the subject. I am keeping my recipient as my email address, and then I am attaching the file. Okay, so everything is fine. So here you can see the tire aggregator enterprise application .docx extension file. So I have uploaded this file. So click send button. So once your email has sent, just go and trigger the workflow. So now execute the workflow. The email trigger has triggered. Let's wait for email is receiving or not. Our email has received, one item is received. Let's see the log here. Okay, text classified into requirements. Okay, it's happening fast. Alright, our workflow has successfully executed fully. So let's see the log step by step. So I am opening the entire log of the execution. So the email trigger got the email with the attachments, and the text classified the email. So here you can see the Google Gemini tell that requirement is true and the others is false, so that the true part is executed, and the edit fields has separated the subject, content, message ID from and to addresses, and the filter part filters the attachment check and then move it to the upload files. Upload the attachment to the drive, and download back the uploaded file to the workflow again. So and then the merge component merge both the edit fields and then the downloaded file together and pass it into the MongoDB Atlas vector database. So the vector database, inside the vector database, the default data loader loads the entire file and then separate the text by chunk, and the embeddings model embed all the chunk data into embeddings and uploaded into the vector database, and the aggregator component aggregates the page content from 0 to 5 to one item. After that this aggregator push the content to the AI agent using Gemini start building the entire estimations, and then it shared to the structured output. Based on the structured output model, we get the output as a subject, content, and HTML. Based on this content, we have generated the file, and then we shared the email to our respective clients. So let's check the email inbox and then the drive whether the content has updated correctly or not. Yes, here you can see the first requirement document is uploaded into our drive. I'm opening the document. This is our source aggregator enterprise application project document, which is shared via email. And inside this our estimation folder, we have the AI has created the estimation file. It is uploaded as a text format. Here it is. And if we go to the inbox, we have received the email. So here you can see we have got all the estimated content to our inbox. And that's it.